something like that.
Weird.
So, which means where he spends, I don't know, let's 20% chance?
20.
And like a significantly lower percent chance of playing 200 grand is actually, I'm warming up to the idea of a buy.
No, he can produce at the NHL. I'll wait 15, 16 goals last year, right?
John, an NHL contract within a week of the buyout.
For sure. So my question is, right? If I'm Kyle Dubas and I'm doing this deal, the only reason I'm doing this deal is because I want the flexibility now. Yeah. But if you're asking me for like even a board, do you want the player or do you not want the player? If you don't want the player, then we'll keep the player. Right? Like, and how much money is that 2.5 million really going to get? Could be significant enough, I guess. But if you look at what's out there, and Jonas Siegel put together a potential like list of trade deadline targets, and a lot of people are saying, listen, don't expect much. Like he mentioned guys like, Scott Mayfield or Artem Zub or, Mark Pissick is one that, he's a good penalty killer with the Sabers. Leaf advanced stats people have wanted him for a long, long time. Maybe Colin Miller. I don't think Ben Sherrod's the guy.
No.
Justin Braun was an interesting one. Market for Vlasic, so he knows how to play,
Chinese boring.
Boring is good. He's the best one. But if you look at
Really underrated.
But Klingberg, Manson, Shen, DeMello, all these names are here. Adam Larson potentially, maybe, but it's just like the what you would have to give up to get these guys. I don't know that the Leafs have it.
It sort of harkens back to the Zach Hyman conversation between the Leafs and Oilers. Remember, the Oilers offered. They wanted to acquire Zach Hyman via trade so they could get the 8th year, which would bring his cap hit down from 5.5 to 5.1, $400,000 a year. Ken Holland thought that was worth a 6th round pick. Kyle Dubas thought that was worth a 2nd round pick. I think Dubas is closer to right, to be honest.
And he got nothing.
So would he be willing to give up nothing?
Charmin Ultra Soft is twice as absorbent, so you can use less.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, it's a question of, do the Leafs have a good chance of winning the Stanley Cup? From what I've seen, based on I saw a graph this morning. I think it was from Money Time, and they had the Leafs at about 8%, and they had Tampa at about 12%. It's a big 4 percentage gap, by the way.
Yeah.
8 and 12 sound like they're close. They're not close. But I think Florida was at 11%. You know what I mean? Like it's tough. It's gonna be tough.
Amazing. Oh, what a nightmare.
So the question is, do you have to go for it? And I think you do. Like this team, you have to reward this team. They've been a spectacular team. But it's a matter of how do you reward them? Because next year the team will be largely the same.
Right. You don't make a bad deal just to make a deal. Like if the deal's not out there, you hope that Dubas can hold back and not make the deal. And looking at the players who listed off there, Adam, I was nothing really entices me.
Klingberg's going to go. Severson is the second coming of Jake Gardner. You don't want to bring him into this market, I would think. And that's, by the way, second coming of Jake Gardner to me is a compliment. I like Jake Gardner, but I know how this market reacts to Jake Gardner.
I've seen, a lot of Leaf fans turn on the idea of getting Severson. I think getting any improvement on Justin Hall is great, but if we're going to be picky about it, you want someone who's better on the defensive end of the puck.
Adam Larson's got 3 more seasons at $4 million.
I think Seattle's going to end up being a trade partner for the Leafs. The more I think about it.
Why? In what regard?
We know Dubas and Ron Francis are friendly. Seattle has
Could it be the